Welcome to the Altar Power Session. I am your host, Kim O'Neill, and I am so excited because today I'm going to be introducing you to Transformation TV teacher, Angel Golden Dobbs. Welcome, Angel.
Hey, good to talk to you, Kim. Thank you so much for inviting me. I appreciate it a lot.
I am excited to be sharing who you are because you have I know you have a deep, powerful story. You really help your clients move beyond patterns from the past and moving into the present. And so just to get started, I want to go ahead and share with everyone a little bit about your background by reading your bio, and then we'll get deeper into learning about who you are and what you do.
That's great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So Angel Golden Dobbs is the host of the Coaching Angel Show and the #1 best-selling author of An Angel's Journey, Breakdowns to Breakthroughs. She is a certified life mastery consultant, certified dream builder coach, and recovery life coach who specializes in helping clients heal from patterns and challenges of codependency. She guides her clients to create a blueprint for success through her vision board workshops and offers an online bootcamp called Let Go and Let's Go Create Your Blueprint for Success, for people to experience this transformational work for themselves as if they were attending one of her live interactive workshops. As Angel has been in recovery herself for 37 years now, she has a passion for helping people heal from old hurts and habits, and for the past 10 years has been guiding them to live lives of passion and purpose. She uses her intuitive abilities to help her clients achieve results and firmly believes in the power of the law of attraction. She loves the work that she does and is also a mother of 2 adult kids, 4 grandchildren, and last but not least, 2 fur babies. And that is Angel in just a nutshell.
I guess that's a pretty good, edited version of who I am.
Right, and it's still not nearly enough because we're all so much more than that. But Angel, I would love to just start off with asking you, who is Angel? Beyond what you do and what we just shared, who are you?
I guess I would have to say I'm one of his earth angels. I've been really placed here on the planet to be of service to God fully in every way. And that's exactly how my book came to pass. I am totally devoted to my family, and that, of course, is first and foremost. But I have a passion, a real passion for helping people to transform their lives and heal from brokenness. And I myself have been on that journey for all the years, the 37 years, almost 38 now, in recovery. So I guess it's pay it forward maybe, or maybe it's just service. I just know that I'm very gifted. I know that I've been blessed and highly favored by God to do the work that I do. And I'm a life transformer. I'm a success coach. I'm a results coach. I don't let people down. I'm very selective about the people I work with because I want to see them succeed and achieve the results. So I don't handle 100 clients like some coaches do, but the ones that I handle, I go deep with, not wide. And I give them full attention in all areas so that their lives can heal and grow and really be transformed. So that's really who I am. And I do that everywhere, every day, not just with my clients. I could be standing in Dunkin' Donuts, waiting for a cup of coffee, and turn to somebody and just intuitively know that they need healing, and reach out in that moment and have a transaction for 2 minutes. That's a spiritual experience. And I have that very, very often in my life. So I know that I'm being used for a very high calling and purpose. And Transformation TV is a wonderful opportunity for people to get to know who I am in the world and become a part of my universe, so to speak.
I love it. Well, will you take us deeper into what your recovery journey has been like?
My recovery, which my book speaks in depth about because it's somewhat memoir, I really struggled with the effects of codependency. I had to let go of one of my firstborn child because he was having tremendous struggles in life, dealing with attention deficit hyperactivity disorders. And so my life went through a pure hell period of many years, letting go of him, dealing with an ex-husband who took him, and many, many things that were very, very difficult for me. What I came to understand as I battled major depression over and over and over was that I suffered from severe codependency. And so codependency was the thing I really had to overcome in my own life. And in doing the work that I had to do to get better and to become whole and release all the emotional baggage, I learned really the tools that it takes to move beyond this problem. Without psychiatry, without therapy for many years, I learned that there's a process and there's a way to achieve the inner harmony and peace that finally I did achieve. But that's been the journey I've been on. And so dealing with people who have depression or anxiety disorder, or dealing with all the variety of things that go on under the umbrella of the title codependency, is a passionate body of work that I do. I also do something else. I work, as you mentioned, in the area of building success for people with my workshops, and also clients who do Dream Builder work with me. But my real intense passion is for the healing work. I just really feel that's why I'm here. So
Was there a pivotal turning point in your journey of overcoming codependency?
when I finally completely broke, I think. I think it was the last time I was in a hospital, when I finally completely just was so shattered that I surrendered. And I think in that moment of surrender, something shifted for me, something big shifted for me. And there was a healing that started to take place as I let go. And my book is all about letting go. My life, my whole journey has been about learning to let go. And I'm actually working on a second book right now called Why Not Me, Why Not Now, which takes place really at the beginning of the Transformation TV journey. And it's all about attachment and letting go, because those are the two major things that people, particularly with codependency, are really challenged with on a
It's
daily basis. Yeah.
yeah, I absolutely. It's hard to do that. What were your thoughts about letting go or surrendering prior to that moment where you just finally had to?
I couldn't. I couldn't, and that's what caused the depression. I couldn't let go. I was in a struggle. I just couldn't release it. It was like a living death. The last round I had with not seeing my son was for 4 years, and that was when he was already an adult. So I had this whole thing going on he's 44 now, but this journey has been going on his whole life. And there's the ping. In any case, it's just been a journey of recovery for me. And I'm grateful that I landed where I did. We have a loving relationship today, he and I, but I learned an awful lot along the path, and every day I discovered something new. And at the end of it, I learned that we really are stronger than our circumstances. We really are. And I didn't believe that I could get through all the things that my book shares, like losing my home to a fire in the middle of the night,
Oh,
and having my son trapped in the other room with 4 walls burning around me, and
oh,
saving his life, and going down 6 flights of stairs to bring him to safety, and then putting a towel over my head and journeying back up 6 flights of stairs to knock on every apartment to save the lives of everybody there. I've been through some very, very intense stuff in my life, but I'm here to say that we're stronger than our circumstances, and we can accomplish whatever we set our mind to when we just make a decision to choose that.
yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that, of course, you and your son are safe, and that you and the son that you weren't able to have a relationship with from the beginning, that you guys have a better relationship today.
Yes, me too.
And I love that you highlight that we're stronger than our circumstances. And that can be really hard to see, especially when you're in the thick of something. And I know, something I think I read from your website is that, there weren't coaches back then when you were going through your challenges, but there are today. And, would you like to speak to that a little bit, about someone who's really struggling and maybe even finding it challenging to surrender, but maybe they sense that, gosh, I would love if I could just reach out to someone and get some help?
This is a topic I'm glad that you even brought up in this moment, and I'll tell you why. And it's something I go over with people on strategy sessions who don't even know whether or not they're seeking a coach, but they reach out and at least make a call.
Okay.
My journey was psychiatry and therapy, social workers, counselors, until I got into real recovery and found out what really was necessary to really get where you needed to be. They're in coaching, which today is like $1 billion industry. So that just gives you an idea of the size of the need of our population around the world. And that's why the demand has created this supply that's going on right now. People often say, why use a coach? Why not just go to a doctor? Here's the reason. Coaches are trained specifically with programs, and programs have a beginning and they have an ending. They don't last 5 years. They don't take your money for 5 years. You don't have to have ongoing treatment when they're done. The idea of finding the right coach, you have to find somebody who's definitely experienced some part of what you're going through to align with them so that you can really connect at a deeper level. But once you've done the work, like I work with something, where's my book? I work with a program called Love is a Choice. I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to.
Maybe shift it a little more right. Oh, it's completely disappeared right now. I don't know.
No?
No, actually don't see it at all right now.
Well, anyway, it's a program that healed me 38 years ago in a hospital that I was introduced to. And you know, you don't have to recreate something that's great. And so when I went into coaching, I made a decision to use what healed me. And it works every time. I mean, you can look at my website, you can look, you know, even through my book, and there are just countless testimonials. And many of them surround the work I do in codependency and how people's lives just heal. They heal, they get over their unforgiveness, their resentments, their shame, their guilt, all the baggage that keeps them stuck. Mm-hmm. And then usually when they go through that process with me, they're ready for Dream Builder. And then they'll attend a workshop or they'll start working with me on creating their blueprint of what they want in their life, what's next. And so it's an incredible experience to take them from one program into another. But at the end of it, they're done. They're done. There's no reason to go to the doctor every week and spend money for someone to listen to you, because that's just staying stuck in your story. And I teach people to get out of this story and to get into the solution. And that is absolutely life-changing for many people who want to choose to stay a victim and they don't know why they're not getting better.
Yeah, that's, you know, I love that you highlight that, because that's the work of a transformational coach. It's about wellness and moving forward. And it's not about staying. I think for a lot of people, it can be challenging to realize that the situation you're in is also just a story. And that, I know you're a big believer in the power of our words. And when we start to shift our words, we can start to shift our experience, our reality.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Exactly. It's a very, very big deal. You know, at the beginning of working with clients, I'll say, okay, this week you have 15 minutes to be in your story. And after that, we're in the work. Otherwise, they're not the right clients for me. If I can't shift them out of that victim place, becoming a victor and really working to get themselves to that next place of peace and healing and harmony in life, then it's not working for me. So I set some very strong boundaries with my clients. I don't want to just let them sit here and cry and moan for 45 minutes to an hour. That doesn't serve either one of us.
Yeah. What do you say to, what are your thoughts about why we experience challenges in life?
Again, attachment and letting go. I would have to say those are the two greatest reasons why we struggle in life. We struggle to hold on. We struggle to let go. We all are a little bit obsessive compulsive. We all have basic insecurities. I mean, they're just deeply rooted things that go on for people from a very young age. And those things create all the paradigms that hold us stuck and keep us stopped from really moving forward in search of what we want, because we believe we can't achieve it. We believe we're not worthy. We're not good enough. And so this pattern thinking is what has to be adjusted, if you will, and it has to break. And the program that I work with does exactly that. And so within the 6 months to a year, and I've had clients leave me in 4 months that are healed. I had one recently who just writes raving letters about the work she did with me, but she's fine. She had a major issue with an unforgiveness with her mom, and she healed it with me. She overcame it with me. She worked it out with her mom, and her entire life transformed.
Do you think there's any purpose that experiencing those challenging times serves in our life?
I do. I would not be who I am had I not experienced all the brokenness, all the pain. I would take it all back again because I love who I am today. I love my life today, but I don't know that I would embrace it and have the level of gratitude for it that I have had I not had the other side of life and been in that dark place. I don't know. I think there's a certain, balance to it, that it's just part of my destiny, my journey, whatever it was that God had for me to experience to shape me and shape my character to become who I became, you know?
Absolutely. Yes. Tell us more about your program, Let Go and Let's Go Create Your Blueprint for Success.
Okay, that's the boot camp. That's my online course through Transformation TV. It's actually on my website as well right now, but it's more discounted on Transformation TV. And it really is letting a client, a potential client, have an interactive experience on their own, taking them through a complete vision board workshop, having them work and do the work along with the course as they go through each of the modules. It's a quick course. The whole thing's about an hour, but it packs a punch. It gets to the cause and it gets to the root of where people are and why they're stuck. And it gives them some tools to begin to apply the law of attraction to their life and step into what's really waiting for them and calling them in that life that they would love to live. It's a great experience. There's music, it's colorful, it's a great program, and nothing heavy, and something that everybody will get something out of. Absolutely, they'll get something out of. And for those people who get a lot out of it and learn a lot about my style, it introduces them to my coaching work, and it also gives them an invitation where they get a promotional discount once they've taken the course if they choose to work with me in one of my programs, which could be Let Go and Let's Go, which is really my codependency program, or it could be the Create Your Blueprint for Success, which is really the dream builder side of the work that I do. So there's two programs that I really offer. I offer individual coaching. I offer group coaching. I'm a motivational speaker and teacher, and I do a lot of different things.
Yeah, you do. Well, and tell us more. You've got this new show on Transformation TV, the Coaching Angel Show. And what do you see coming out of that show for everyone who watched it?
First of all, I think it's fabulously great fun to begin with. I've had such a blast putting this together. I think it's going to be me teaching and coaching and sharing perspective with people to try to shift and transform those lives of the people that tune in. I think it's also a show that's going to highlight interviews of some fabulous coaches around the world that I'm connected to, who have great messages and speak on topics that will be very interesting and give tips and tools to help people to transform their lives in one way or another. So it's a very diverse show, and I just love it. I'm so excited to be on Transformation TV, and I hope that this is going to build another layer of level of success to my life and my work and my connecting to new and incredibly awesome new people.
Absolutely. And so I love that you mentioned how you provide people tips and tools. Will you go ahead and share with us one of those tips or tools right now for those watching?
Absolutely. And this is my favorite one.
Okay.
Okay. Our thoughts have power. Our thoughts generate our feelings. Once you have a thought, you will immediately, if you become aware, notice a feeling come over you. That's a direct response to the thought that's in your mind. And after you have a feeling, the next thing that happens is you'll take some kind of an action. And after that, you get your results. If you don't like your results, you have to go to the source, which is your thinking. When negative thoughts come, I teach my clients to use the word delete. And I tell them to stomp their foot if they have to, if it's really compulsive, obsessive thinking that doesn't want to go away, and start speaking out loud. Delete, delete, and reframe that thought with a positive thought, a positive image in their mind. This is one of the tools that I help people use to repattern their lives so that they get unstuck. Because our thinking has the greatest amount of power over our life. It can control everything, make and break. What we think about, we create. Our thoughts become things. And I often say, this is really what a lot of people don't realize. And they harbor such negative thinking, and they wonder why their lives are falling apart. So thoughts become things. Watch your thoughts. Be vigilant. You're the gatekeeper over your mind, and what you think about, you bring back.
I love that. Really helping people bring awareness to their thoughts and sort of the root of how they're creating their reality and things, how things are unfolding in their life.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Well, if you had to leave our audience with one final thought, whether it be someone who, well, let's focus on those people who are in the process of overcoming codependency.
Mhm.
Someone who's experiencing that now in any form, what message of hope would you like to leave them with?
Pain shared is pain lessened. You don't have to do this experience alone.
Mm-hmm.
There are recovery meetings that focus on codependency all around. Many of them, there are some things like Celebrate Recovery, which are in churches around the world, and there are secular recovery meetings of all sorts that can help you, that are free, and that are there all over the place every day of the week. So that's definitely one of the things that I think can make a major difference. It's just learning that you don't have to do it alone. Getting a good coach, somebody who's walked your journey, working with somebody so that you can unload the baggage, shift the energy around your life, transform your life to an elevated frequency where you're vibrating at a place that you're going to attract things that you would love and align with things that are in harmony to your soul. I think it's really important not to feel you have to struggle and do it alone. There is help out there. It may be psychiatry if you need it for some temporary period, but I think there's no need for long-term anything. I think there are people like myself who've walked the road, who found the tools, who've found success that can help you.
I'm so glad that you mentioned all that. One more question. In addition to helping people overcome recovery, do you have an ideal client or typical type of client that you work best with?
I do. The client that comes to me and I ask them, what are you willing to do for your recovery? And their answer is anything. That's my client. My client comes in with total transformational willingness. They're ready to roll up their sleeves, do the work. I mean, I work with a workbook. There's a lot of work. I give homework. I mean, I work. I'm the only coach you'll probably ever interview who doesn't work just an hour a week. I'm on a video Zoom call an hour a week. But I'm in touch with my clients every single day. I send memes, quotes, all kinds of coaching tips every single day to all my clients. So I'm a little different than, my style's a little different than some. It just is.
That's beautiful. So you really do provide that ongoing support with
Yeah,
them.
I feel sad when the clients leave. I just had to release one who left, who was happy with the work, and I really miss her. It's like giving up your children. Really, you get so attached to these people, and they love you so much. My clients love me so much. Sometimes they bring tears to my eyes because I'm so blown away by the way they feel about me and whatever I've been able to help them accomplish to change their life.
I so believe it. I hear you. And it's such a beautiful bond that you get to develop with your clients and they get to develop with you. It's even after the coaching relationship, it's really wonderful to know that, that person still exists and I'm sure you have some sort of connection to them afterwards.
I do. I maintain a contact. Yes, I absolutely do. But every one of my clients is a blessing. And every single one of my clients, I believe, was divinely led to me. I just don't think there's been a coincidence. I haven't gone out and advertised to find these particular clients. I've gone out and advertised and found no clients, but I haven't lured in the clients that I presently help. And I find that interesting how God works in so many different ways in my life to provide. And, my favorite acronym, the word faith, FAITH, the acronym, fully accepting impossible things happen. I believe when you have a strong faith and when you trust that you're in harmony with God's will for your life, things have a way of working out particularly well. So for me, faith and God, they're the wind beneath my wings. They generate why I do what I do, what I have right now in my life, where I go, and being able to really fully say today, I love my life. I'm truly happy with my life.
Are there any common phrases or statements you get from people who reach out to you for coaching where you start to notice a pattern or a theme?
Most people reach out and say, I'm so stuck. I'm just so stuck in my life. Many say, I'm so stuck with trying to control everything. And I'm so frustrated. I can't control my life. And then there are people who say, I'm really struggling with addiction. I can't stop shopping. Or relationships. Oh my God, so many people with relationship issues and bouncing from one to the other to, codependency really is the best way to describe it for those watching this. It's kind of like if you could envision having a physical hole in your soul. And in order to not feel the emptiness and the pain of that, you put something in. Whenever that moment comes where you feel that empty void, that hole, you put in shopping. You put in whatever compulsion it may be, alcohol, drugs, pornography, gambling. I mean, the list is a host of many things that people use to stuff their feelings that they want to get out of with something that just temporarily numbs the pain.
Right.
And so it encompasses a lot of different things, and people come to me with all sorts of things like that. I'm struggling with, I'm struggling because, and it may be an addiction problem, but quite frankly, it's never the addiction. The addiction is just a symptom. The codependency is the root. And so it's getting them to see that they've got to go deeper and they've got to look to the core layer before they can actually tackle the compulsive behavioral patterns that they're stuck in.
Wonderful. Angel, where can people connect with you beyond today's interview?
You can write me at angel@thecoachingangel.com. The website, my website, if you're not on transformation.tv, my website is thecoachingangel.com. And I welcome anybody's, interest or questions or anything that I can be of help to from anybody, really. Even if you're not a client or even not going to be a client, if you just want to write to me because you're struggling with something and would love some input, I'm here to be of service.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here today, Angel. It was wonderful getting to know you better and to know the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much, Kim, for this interview. Thank you.
Absolutely. You're very welcome.